ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 20th day of October. Severe clear the story today, and the warming trend continues, but the weather turns wet before the week is over. Let's take a peek out the window this morning. There's the Inverness Sky Cam from the Wingate Inn. Nobody out there at 5 o'clock. But boy, how that will change in a hurry. Sky clear. See Gadsden Sky Cam up in northeast Alabama. And downtown Birmingham looking north from the top of the Daniel Building. Interesting little setup there. There's the big picture this morning. Of course, we're clear. Off to the west, a nice trough coming into California and Nevada. And down below that, a tropical storm in the Pacific. That's Tropical Storm Rick. And some of that moisture is going to get entrained in that trough, and that should set the stage for a pretty decent little rain event here later this week. But for now, it's clear and pretty brisk out. Cold spot among the official reporting stations at 5 o'clock. Gadsden, they've got 36. Anniston, 39. Birmingham sitting at 41, but we'll be up in the upper 60s, close to 70 today. Beautiful day today. Now, rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. And interesting how those guys have picked that little minimum there from Indianapolis down to New Orleans, but heavier rain off to the east and west. We figure we'll pick up 1 to 2 inches of rain Thursday night and Friday with this setup here, as you'll see in modeling in just a moment. And there's a look at the data from Rick. It's a tropical storm now. It continues to weaken. That's the good news for our friends in Mexico. It's going to be clipping the southern tip of Baja, coming up into the main Mexican coast at some point Wednesday. And then you can see how that moisture plume is indeed headed for Texas and ultimately the deep south. Here's the GFS. This is the OZ run at 1 o'clock today at 500 millibars. Ridging here, so again, a fantastic day. There's our trough out west, and down below that, Rick is right there below Baja, but again, fantastic weather today. Sunny and 67 to 70, we'll say. Tomorrow, we should be up in the low to mid-70s. Active weather continues out there across the plain states. Rick is approaching the main Mexican coast, and then Thursday kind of all comes together. And that should be a really good rain event. Surface low near Texarkana and Shreveport. Heavy rain potentially for eastern Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas, and that should be moving in here late Thursday and Thursday night. And then Friday, the surface low is located north of Memphis, and that just looks like a wet day. Some thunderstorms could easily be involved in that setup. The instability values are not really supportive of a big severe weather problem for now. We'll keep an eye on that. There's no formal risk from the SPC, but you can clearly see that rain will be the order of the day Friday. And so Thursday night, Friday, and maybe even Friday night looks pretty wet. Now, Saturday starting off the weekend. Interesting here, really, the trough over the east is not as deep, and a little bit hangs back out there over the Texas Big Bend. And down below that, still, if this is right, there would be some wraparound clouds and maybe even a few sprinkles up in the Tennessee Valley, but not as brisk and raw as what we had last weekend for sure. And we'll just watch the trends. There's been some inconsistency out here, so whether we clear up on Saturday or the clouds linger and it's cold, still some debate. We'll kind of skew toward the cloudy, breezy, cool option, maybe a bit of scattered light rain over the Tennessee Valley. And Sunday looks dry, but look at Monday. You know, we talked about that little vortex hanging back. Well, here comes another upper trough. But there's no moisture to work with. You know, typically you see that, you think it would be wet, but the moisture is scoured out. Little band of rain from the UP in Michigan down to about Paducah, Kentucky, but nothing down here. So we'll leave Monday dry, but there could be some clouds around Monday with that upper trough, and then Tuesday looks dry. Let's go through next week. A lot of interest with Halloween and race weekend and all that. This is Wednesday, the middle of the week. It looks dry. Yeah, we see that tropical thing coming up down there. There's Thursday the 29th. A cold front coming in. That would suggest a chance of showers here. This is Thursday of next week. And look, this is voodoo. We all know that. We're just peeking. Friday, that front is by. This is October 30th. Tropical storm sitting over the southern coast of Cuba. Now, don't worry about hurricanes up here. The water temperatures are in the 60s south of Mobile Bay. So, we're pretty much out of the season. This is Halloween Day, the Saturday the 31st. Tropical system lifting up toward the Bahamas. We're dry if this is right. That'd be a pretty decent day right there. Pretty good little north breeze and a nice pleasant fall day. And then Sunday the 1st of November, which is the big race day at Talladega, would be dry. But again, I caution you, this is pure voodoo. We're just looking. And then 3 days later, the end of the forecast on the 4th of November, kind of a battle between very cold air over Canada, warm ridging on the Gulf Coast. A little front coming in here, but the colder air would stay north. But obviously, this is deep into voodoo land. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.